welcome everyone. Welcome back to Exclusive Modest. Hope you have an update. Today's episode is going to be on how to cut a cape jacket using this fabric. I'm using 1 yard and 9 inches of this fabric. You can see this is 1 yard and 9 inches. Then I'm folding it into 4. This is into 2. You can see this is into 2 already. Then into 4 equally. After folding it into 4, the length of the sleeve is going to be 23.5 inches, and this is my length. This is not costa. You can make yours long sleeve as it is on the screen. This is a 3/4 sleeve. Then from here now, I'll be taking the length of my cape jacket, which is 27 inches with the seam allowance. 23.5 inches that I took for the sleeve. I'm still going to add a band of 2 inches to it, making 25.5 minus that half for sewing allowance, that's for seam allowance. So everything is going to be 25 inches for the sleeve length. Taking the length of the jacket, then from here now I'll be taking my shoulder slant of 1 inch. The shoulder slant of 1 inch is here. Then I will be slanting it up to the center of back and front here. After the shoulder slant, the next thing to take now is the armhole measurement, which is 8.5 inches. My 8.5 inches is here. You can see the normal armhole measurement for this particular jacket is going to be 7.5 inches, but since I'm cutting it together with the sleeve, that is why I'm adding 1 inch to it to make it 8.5 inches. So when I come to this area now, I'll be making use of 7.5 inches because of this shoulder slant, because we've already minus 1 inch from the shoulder slant. So when you plus 1 inch to this 7.5, it's going to give you the 8.5 inches that it took here. So the next thing here is to connect them together. This is after connecting them together. The next thing to take is the bust measurement. The bust measurement is going to be 38 inches. 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give us 9.5, and this is our 9.5. Then I'll be adding 1 inch of sewing allowance to it to make it. You can see this is 1 inch of sewing allowance, and this is where we are going to, this is our length of the jacket. Let me roll it out properly for you to see it. So this is after rolling it out. The next thing we are going to do is to slant this to the length. You can slant it, it depends on how wide you want this down to be. You can slant it the way you want. So you can set to slant it like this, how full you want your jacket to be. So let me try to stretch it out this way. This is okay for me. And you can set to know the wideness of the length of the, you can set to know the length of the wideness by taking the measurement from here like this. This is 20.5. In 4 places, it's going to give us 82 inches. You have known the wideness of the down part of the roundness. You know the wideness. So after stitching, you can stitch with 1 inch, you can stitch with an ½ inch, then you minus it from the wideness you know already. So it's going to give you the result. But here, since we know, so we're using 20.5 inches here too. So this is okay by me. I will be like this. This is now the shape. When I cut it out, you're going to see it properly. Before cutting it out, the wideness of this area of the wrist is going to be 6 inches with the seam allowance. This is my 6 inches. Then I'm going to connect it to that 6 inches. So now this is now the shape. So the next thing here is to cut it out. So after cutting it out, you can see the shape now. The next thing to take here is the neckline. The neckline, you can make any neckline of your choice, but here I'm making a round neckline with a button at the back. So the wideness is going to be 2.5 inches. Then the deepness of the back is going to be 2 inches. Then the deepness of the front is going to be 3 inches. Then I'm going to connect them together. We'll cut it. Now, after cutting it out, the next thing that remains is the eye low. So I'll be taking the eye low from the shoulder here. This is the half cut. It's supposed to be at the half cut. The half cut for this particular measurement is 15.5 inches. For the same allowance, I'll be adding half into it for the extra length, because when you wear it on top of the skirt, it won't jump up at all. So I'll be adding 1.5 inches to it. This is my 1.5 inches. Then from this 1.5 inches, I'm going to curve it down to the main length of the cape. You can see, just a freehand sketching. You can see like this. And you can decide to make it wider like this. Just make sure you end it at this particular edge like this. This is what I mean. So now this is now wider than this. You can see it. So I'll be using this. The next thing now is to cut it out. You can see this is now the shape of the front, and this is the back, a complete back. You can see it. So the next thing on how to join is to join the two shoulders together first. When you join the two shoulders, you bias the neck, and at this neckline for the back, I'm going to slit it down to 4 inches where my button is going to be. This is after the cutting of that 2 inches. Then I'm slitting it down again to 4 inches. Then I'll bias it down. Then I'm going to put my button, then put the loop. You can see. So now this is not the front. When you join the two shoulders together, the next thing is to bias the neck. When you bias the neck, then you stitch the side from the back to the front, and that is all about sewing. So let me go and sew it and show you the finishing. Welcome back. This is after joining all the cuttings. You can see the neckline. The next thing for me to do at this neckline is just to bias the neckline, and this is the back. You can see the back. So I'm going to put a loop here and add my button so that it will clip together this way. And this is the shoulder, the joining of the shoulder. You can see it. This is the band that I said I'll be adding to it. This is 2 inches band that I said I'll be adding to it. This is the eye-low. This is the lower part of the cape. You can see the front is lower than the back. The back is longer. You can see it. So you can see how simple and beautiful this turns out. And the skirt, you can rock it with a fitted skirt or Caribbean skirt or a flared skirt. The high-waist skirt that I've done the tutorial of, I'm going to put the link under the description of this video. If you're watching for the first time, you're in the right place to be. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more tutorials, and make sure you on your notification bells so that whenever make sure you on your notification bell so that whenever I upload any tutorial, you'll be notified. See you in my next class. Bye.